What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. A lot of people gonna be, why are you talking about Hugh? A lot of people don't realize me and Hugh Hefner, like I've met Hugh Hefner before. Like, you don't understand. Playboy started here in Chicago. Down there when they first had the tower, we had uncles that worked down there. They used to have things with the railroad retirement board, the party, and all the stuff. And if you worked for the city, it was like a whole discount and all this other stuff was going on at the time. That was way before I was even born. When Hugh went to California and he had the Playboy mansion, I met Hugh Hefner and Mardi Gras when they had the Playboy bunny set up, personal private parties for the Mardi Gras in 2003, I think it was. 2003. Whatever year, it was Michael Jordan's last year playing basketball. I do know that. We have VIP access. I have photographs of that night as I had a pass to get inside the Playboy everything. And it's a night that I could never probably show you the photos. But it was a great night. And the memories. My goodness. That was the fondest memory of it I could ever have. Because Hugh was able to get away with basic prostitution. Legalized prostitution. He called his work art. He always uses the word tasteful. It's tasteful. It's art. Tasteful. And it just distracted people. And I mean, I don't know. I've never seen money exchange there. I've seen people who had access there were the biggest drug transporters around. Like, they transport coke. They had coke on them 24 hours a day, like their own personal use. They had a necklace that, like, you can unscrew the necklace and it has a little thing on it where you scoop and snort coke. They had one of them around their neck. This dude was like a big time cokehead, and he was selling and bringing coke right to the Playboy mansion. Those times were crazy. This was in the 2000s. I want to say, this was like 2000, 2001. When this was going on, he had to fly back and forth to Playboy Mansion. So it's tons of athletes. The Lakers stayed in there. Rick Fox lost his marriage because he got caught up at the Playboy Mansion, wouldn't leave. Made a lot of people's careers. A lot of people got movie deals. Anna Nicole was one of his girls, and Kendra and all these other girls. They got careers just from being Playboy models, you know. Nobody lives forever. But he'll be synonymously known for all the things he accomplished as far as creating a whole new genre and a mode when other, like, smut magazines just folded. Playboy became more than a magazine. Well, see, that's the thing was with Hustler and Playboy. People always ask what was better. Hustler was more graphic. Playboy was more professional. And by doing that, and that's why Hugh Hefner wanted to do it that way, because you can get more celebrities and more people to respect it as art. But Hustler was just aggressive, like, here's my snatch. Here's my boob. It was just straight, like, look, we ain't trying to disguise nothing. This is what it is. This is Hustler. You know, with Playboy, it was a big spread, everything designer, like diamond drapes. You know, it was art. You're looking at a class piece photo. It's got to tell a story. You know, Hugh was about. He knew marketing. He knew his market. He was very smart. He knew what would work, what wouldn't work, and what was passable. Like, if you get a celebrity to do Hustler, oh God, nobody would think of that. But if you could talk a celebrity into doing Playboy, because the pieces they had real photographers there, and they made them feel like this is art. Okay, we're not gonna do that. You've seen our spreads. You know, you could talk them into that. It's hard to talk a celebrity into Hustler. Those are prostitutes in a magazine. Yeah, I met Hugh. I was just, you probably wasn't here when I told the story, but I met him in New Orleans. Back in like 2003. And on, they had the Playboy set up. Past the Cat's Meow and all that. On Bourbon Street. It was a private Playboy party. I had an invite. I have photographs of this night. And if you had a VIP band, you can go in there. And I didn't have a VIP band. I had the VIP access to get me through that door. And I didn't know what was what. So when I winded up upstairs, that was like, because I didn't know. I was there like, I wasn't there like a guy who was trying to sneak in, like a couple of guys was trying to sneak up there and sleep with a couple of chicks. It wasn't working out for them. When I was up there like I belonged, because I really didn't know what I was going on, what was I supposed to be doing, everything. I had the necklace. So I'm like, well, I got the necklace, but what else am I supposed to be doing right now? So I'm upstairs. Man, you know how when you get a girlfriend, what happened with these pictures, man? I had to bury those pictures. I had a girl at the time I was down there. So she knew I was down there. She was cool, the girl I was dating. Like, I ain't had to do it. Future girlfriends I had to make sure they never saw the Mardi Gras pictures. Because they would freak out. I'm like, this is years before you. Nah, Hugh was up there. He was up there talking to a couple of people, but he never left upstairs. That's one thing about Hugh. He never left upstairs. And I got photographs. And when you go in there, the girls take their tops off and everything, and they got on the little bunny ears. I got photos of all of it. And downstairs, you can take pictures up. Once you go into the room, there's no photography whatsoever. They're not allowing it. At the time, I was with Oh, I ain't saying her name. But, yeah, I know who I was with because I went to her college dorm on my way back from Mardi Gras. And it ticked me off because this is like, I'm not going to drive 5 more hours to come visit you on your college dorm. Oh, what chick Hugh was with at the time? I mean, Hugh ain't got no one chick he's with. He's got like 3, 4 chicks. It was a whole bunch of them up there. I mean, it was a lot of stuff going down. Like coke and coke and girls and coke and girls and blondes and brunettes and coke and another blonde and coke and a couple of other people like executives and coke. I told you, the dude that I knew, I never went to the Playboy Mansion. He went. And he was a constant regular at the Playboy Mansion. He had a pass that gets him into the Playboy Mansion at all times, and he keeps coke on him 24/7. He had a necklace that has coke in it. It's a tube that like hands that rests on his charm, that rests on his neck, that he could twist off, and it's got a little thing that he could just dig in there and get the coke and sniff it. I'm like, my God. And his job was just to supply coke. Whenever Hugh or somebody from the they feed you the narrative of the black guy is the drug dealer. They always feed you that narrative that the black guy is the drug dealer. And when they feed you that narrative, the black guy's the drug dealer, the most drugs I've ever seen delivered, touched, or used have not been by blacks. They have all been by Caucasians. I've seen them do so many drugs, use and sell more drugs than anybody in this world. But yet, they always show you on the news the black drug dealers. We're the face of drug dealing. We're the face of anything negative that they want to perpetuate. But yet, I'm like, these dudes are selling. They don't even wait a I'll be like, you just did that in front of your house, outside. And they're like, well, the FBI ain't looking for me. Like almost everybody, when I came to the suburbs, I swear to you, every white person I met, like I don't think it was not one that didn't do something. The first white people I met, my boys was in their house, living there. They was sleeping with the mom and the 2 daughters. All of them was on drugs. Every last one of them, the mama included. She even had a baby with one of them. She didn't even know which one of the brothers it was. They kept running the train on the moms. That was my introduction into the suburban life out here. Crazy. But did I ever see Hugh do drugs? No, he didn't. Hugh never done any drugs in front of me that time I met him. I only met him that once. That was it. And he never done drugs in front of me. The most you would see from blacks as far in the drug trade is crack. The cheapest drug there is, you will get the most time for. White people have drugs that's about as more potent and dangerous than crack combined. Now, I'm not saying all white suburbanites do drugs. Just a very high majority that I have met have done drugs. And that was a unraveling discovery. Because where I was from, the majority of the blacks that I knew did not do drugs. They didn't even smoke weed. They do. But back then, no. Probably, but now the majority of them, they do. That just shows you how the times change. I'm like, how do you wait till you get 30 to start doing drugs? I just don't understand that. But I'm like, these guys were like in high school out here doing coke, doing weed and all kind of pills and taking acid and LSD in high school out here. Like every high school was like a drug center out here in the suburbs. It was crazy. I had never seen anything like it. I'm just like, this can't be real. Like, this is actually happening? And I don't think they understand that ice is so dangerous, because ice is just crystal meth. That's basically what it is. And crystal meth is the most craziest drug I've ever seen on this planet. I've never seen anybody have that kind of strength, that kind of determination, and that kind of psychosis to just be self-destructive. Again, white people was using this drugs and running right into a window. You know, where I'm from, we didn't see these type of hard drugs. Mainly, nobody really had access to them. The craziest thing you would see somebody do on drugs out there where I was, if they didn't do crack, it wasn't even heroin. They would smoke weed dipped in what they call embalming fluid. And they called them wicked sticks. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen anybody do. And that was not, that was like real nuts. Because they would turn into whole different people. And you don't want to be around them. That's why I don't like to be around somebody when they doing drugs. Because you never know who they going to turn into. But yeah, back to health, you know. Drugs is always going to be a part of it's California life, man. It's just how it was. With the celebrities, with everything on the table. Now you look at, take for instance, you look at, let me see. You look at other moguls in business. You have to transcend with the times. Hugh Hefner became bigger than the girls. Than anybody that ever been on his magazine, he became bigger than them. Instead of being a magazine, he transformed it to a moguling service to where they're in movies. He was in movies. You know, so it was like, pick your poison. Exactly. He made it a marketing. He was a marketing genius. wearing the robes. Everybody wanted to be Hugh. Everybody wanted to be Hugh Hefner. Everybody wanted to wear the robe and do all these different things he was doing, getting the pipe, you know, and that was like, man, well, I gotta be like Hugh. I never forget Kenny Battle from Chicago. He played for the Phoenix Suns at the time. And the Playboy models was coming, and he was trying to get one of the Playboy models and wine and dine them and all this stuff. Kenny Battle, man. And I'm like, Kenny, like, don't do it. He spent so much money on these girls, man. It was crazy. And then he winded up, you know, not practicing out of the NBA so quick. And that's sad because he was on the Illinois team that really did well. They went to the Final Four. The last time they've been to the Final Four in a long time. I think the Darren Williams. When Snoop was getting ready to drop his album. When Snoop was getting ready to make What's My Name? Hold up, what's my name? When that was coming out, they went to the Playboy Mansion and did a concert. Suge set it up where Hugh could, they can go out there and do the show in front of Hugh and entertain the crowd. I'm sorry, it wasn't What's My Name. It was G Thing. I would do Should, but my throat a little messed up. So I can't really do Suge right now. I'm kind of getting over a cold. Had a little bit of problems. But as I said before, all you had to do was talk to me. And I handled it. So I want Dr. Dre, Snoop, and then Snoop Dogg and Dogg Pound. They're going to perform. I'm going to have them come out. And they're going to get on the stage. And when they get on the stage, I want you to have the girls all lined up in the front. So the camera gonna focus on them, and then they can all be seeing on the women. And that way, and Suge was good at that. See, I'm gonna do a video, and I'm gonna show people the good side of Suge, cause a lot of people they'll get lost in the shuffle. Suge made a lot of people a lot of money. And here's the thing: now that Suge ain't there no more, what did all those other people do? What became of them? They all broke. So it ain't like they prospered when Suge was gone. The only people that prospered was Dr. Dre. When Dr. Dre had money. See, this is what people didn't know. Dr. Dre, it wasn't like Dr. Dre wasn't getting paid. Dr. Dre was getting paid. Suge wasn't ganking his money. Dr. Dre could have stayed. It wasn't a money issue. It was a control issue. Dr. Dre was getting paid for stuff he didn't even do. He was getting all Daz money. Daz was so stupid at the time because he was young. He went in there and he like, man, y'all stealing my credit. Daz was making the beats. Dre was getting the credit. Look, I can just tell you what he did as far as having the genius to change things. Believe me, rappers would not be getting paid what they getting paid now if it wasn't for Suge. But don't go eating with Suge. That's another thing. Do not eat with Suge Knight. Do not go eating with Suge. You will never leave. When Suge go out and eat, he don't just go eat. He eat for like 3 hours. At a minimum. That's a 3-hour trip of him eating. Suge can eat all day. If you sit there, because what he can consume at one time is way more than what an average person can do. He can go through 4 plates of food. Easy. And you'll still be sitting on one. Like, you still eating? Suge can throw some food down. Big Suge can throw some food down. He did a lot of good for people, man, and he got the raw end of the stick, and I think that wasn't right. I think people did him wrong. A lot of people did him wrong, and it was unfair. I'm not gonna say he was an angel. No, Corrupt was the only one to go back. Corrupt had left before Tupac died. He got in a fight with Tupac and all this stuff. He was leaving. He went back and married. He went and married, well, I don't know if they actually got married. They was engaged to Foxy Brown, and he moved to Philly, and he was back in Philly. I don't know what Snoop doing, man. Snoop has just got that iconic thing where he's just Snoop. He just shows up at stuff he ain't even supposed to be at. They got him and Martha Stewart. I mean, like, what is Snoop doing there? You know what I'm saying? It don't even make sense for Snoop to be in some of this stuff he on. He just the guy that be at the party like, hey, man, that's Snoop. Hey, yay, what's up, cuz? You know, I just, coming through making your party liver than what it already was. You know. They pay him to get high. I mean, dude, he look ridiculous. 50-year-old smoking. It's like, come on, man. He look smoked out even when he ain't touched nothing. But Snoop was a cool brother. You know, when you met him, just laid back, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? He was a smooth dude, but he's not a gangster. He never was. He was surrounded by some real dudes. he kind of didn't do what he was supposed to do for a lot of them, but some of them he did. He did it more than he could. But they didn't realize Snoop didn't have it like that. And you get a lot of dudes like that, and they come out of jail, and they was like, yo, he finna hold us down. If you tell, man, I seen his videos, man, they making all the money. Snoop wasn't getting paid like that. Yeah, I made the video and told people what they should have known from the jump. Snoop Dogg was jealous of Tupac. Jealous. And it wasn't because he's getting all the accolades and all that stuff. I told y'all, it's entirely different. I don't mind if somebody a fake gangster. They're a rapper. If you a rapper, you a rapper. Tell the stories of gangsters, that's fine. I don't care. That's not my point. If you can rap, you can rap. I'm buying the music. I ain't buying the murder. So, I'm buying the music. There's been a lot of people that then did murders who rapping, they just ain't good at it. I'll be like, this guy suck. But he be like, I really shot somebody, man, right in the face. I'll be like, well, that don't qualify you to be a rapper just because you did that, homie. You suck. See, Uncle Murder's the total package. He's a gangster and he sound good when he be rapping. Everybody waiting on him to do his year review rap, and we in September. We ain't even in October yet, and they ready for him to drop that year in review rap. It's crazy. Well, Sino's got to go get drunk. I'm out.